Hey traders! Welcome back to FX Videos, your daily dose of market analysis, strategy, and insights to keep you ahead of the curve. It's April 2nd, 2025, and we've had quite the trading session today. Plenty of movement across the board, from the US dollar making some unexpected gains to the euro struggling against mixed economic signals. Plus, we'll get into what's setting up for tomorrow's session. So, if you want an edge in the Forex market, stay tuned. Alright, let's break down today's action. The US dollar index, DXY, saw a solid bounce, closing above 103.20 after a dip early in the session. A stronger than expected ADP employment report hinted that Friday's non-farm payrolls could come in hot. That pushed the dollar higher across multiple pairs, as traders started pricing in a more hawkish stance from the Fed. The euro to US dollar pair couldn't hold its gains, slipping back below 1.0750 after disappointing retail sales data from Germany. There was a brief spike earlier in the session when European CPI came in slightly above expectations at 2.8% year-over-year, but that wasn't enough to keep the bulls in control. On the flip side, pound sterling to US dollar had a more stable session, hovering around 1.2550, despite mixed signals from the UK economy. Stronger manufacturing data helped cable recover from an early dip, but resistance at 1.2580 remains a tough ceiling to crack. US dollar to Japanese yen continued its relentless climb, touching 152.50. The Bank of Japan still isn't stepping in with any significant intervention, though traders are keeping a close eye on any verbal warnings from policymakers. So what's really driving this market right now? Here are three key factors you need to watch. U.S. jobs data and Fed expectations. We're in the lead up to Friday's non-farm payrolls, and today's ADP numbers suggest labor market strength. If NFP confirms that, the Fed may lean more hawkish, which could keep the dollar on the front foot. Eurozone economic jitters. Germany's retail sales slump isn't a great look for the euro. With the ECB facing pressure to cut rates later this year, any more weak data could see euro to US dollar push even lower. Yen weakness and BOJ's silence. US dollar to Japanese yen keeps climbing, but at what point does Japan step in? Traders are watching for any sign of intervention because, historically, moves above 152 have triggered some action. Keep an eye on Tokyo trading hours. If we see a sharp dip out of nowhere, that could be the BOJ stepping in. Alright, let's talk strategy for tomorrow. Based on today's price action and upcoming catalysts, here's what I'm watching. Euro to US dollar. If we break below 1.0720, expect further downside pressure toward 1.0680. But if we get a bounce back above 1.0780, a push toward 1.0830 could be in play. Pound sterling to US dollar, the 1.2580 level is still key. If we break above, we could see 1.2620. Otherwise, a move back to 1.2500 is possible if dollar strength continues. US dollar to Japanese yen, this one is tricky. If the pair continues climbing, we could test 153.00, but watch for sudden drops that could signal intervention. If the BOJ steps in, expect a sharp move back toward 150.00. Gold, XAU/USD gold struggled today, dipping below $2,190 as the dollar gained ground. If we see more hawkish Fed bets, gold could dip further toward $2,170. But if risk-off sentiment kicks in, a rally back to $2,220 is on the table. So, there you have it, April 2nd is in the books, and April 3rd is setting up to be another big session. Keep your risk management tight, stay informed, and, as always, trade smart. If you found this analysis helpful, don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, and share this podcast with your fellow traders. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, happy trading.